Okay, just a quick one, I guess. So it's like when I fell off the wagon, I was thinking, you don't want to do that because you're just then it's just, you go into this mode of guilt. You feel guilty. You're guilty. You don't feel good about yourself. You have, you have guilty thoughts. You're hurting the ones that care about you, and you're hurting yourself. And you were talking about your neurotic brain and how it gets all pent up, and you feel all bunched up, and your mind is reeling with confusion and just all these things that you're grabbing for, and you're trying to reach out, and you're trying to understand, and you're dissatisfied, and you're like, well, it shouldn't be that way, and I should really be more connected, and I should really be able to go out to lunch with just my ideal friend right this minute, and I should be able to have exactly what I want right now, and there is that mode of not knowing, of not being able to break out of it, there are many things in your sensitive self that get frustrated moment to moment. You recognize when you're driving, you're getting away from the complex at night, it's like, oh yeah, been there, done that. Oh yeah, woe is me. If I quit, if I quit again, am I gonna stop reading? Oh, I don't want to stop reading. Oh, how am I gonna read? I'm gonna have to make. It's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna, there's this catastrophizing because there's this uncertainty. Like, well, what else is there? I'm not sure what else there is. I feel like I'm, at my end point. I feel like I'm doing all that I'm capable of. And I feel like that's what's driving this, because I remember like 3 months ago you were saying, oh, this is great, that's what it's about. It's about you taking care of yourself, your mind and your body, and you doing everything you can to make sure you're aiming towards making the motion picture that you want to make, and it's going to be great, and you're going to be able to do it, and you're going to take it by the balls, and that's going to be great. You're going to be thin, you're going to be healthy, you're going to have a lot of energy, and you're going to just take it by the balls, and you're going to do it. And then, little things get in your way, like you get an email from corporate, okay, you have to write down the unit numbers, and everyone has to suck on my tit for a while, and we have to just get it all going on, and let's make sure we do the checks and the credit checks and the application checks and the every checks and the flipping checks, and we'll check it all out and make sure it's checked, and make sure you do this and call this person and go here, and when that bothers you and you let it intensify, it makes you think, God, I just want to get away and fall face first into a pile of shit. I just want to go off the wagon, and that's what I want to do. I just want to fuck it, drink and a smoke. That's what life's about. That's what I want to do. And last night was a perfect example. Last night was just totally surreal. You were at a bar in San Mateo. You learned that this bar you had seen this bar from the front, and you a long time ago you saw it from the front, and you thought, there's no way that has a patio, but it looks like a nice little bar. And you found out yesterday that it does have a patio, so you went back there, and you ended up getting into a conversation, or this guy trying to have a conversation with you about stuff, and he was a few doorknobs short of complex. He was a few sandwiches short of picnic, and he was just, his screws were just a little, more than a little loose. I mean, things were just kind of rattling around up there, and you were trying your best, and you're like, I'm trying to be cordial and nice to my fellow human being, but I just want to read. And then you were sucking on the stoves, and you were miserable. You were like, I don't even want to do this. What am I doing? What is this? And it was just, you were just really unhappy. It was like you were out there in the patio, and it was lonely, and then you were thinking about other patios, and you were remembering the Oasis, and it was like, oh yeah, that kind of sucks. And you were realizing it's kind of imposed lonely aspect to the bar scene, and you going out there and being solo at the bar and making an effort to do that, and then there's this discontent, and then you're just upset about your addiction, and it's just back and forth, and this is just, it's no way to be. So I really want you to make every effort to knock it off, to quit, to get rid of it, and to let time go by, and time is going to be a big help, and analyze your real feelings towards it, and get to the essence of it, because you've come a long way. There's no excuse for this.